Is he in custody? Is he
Yeah,
back now?
yeah, and to complicate that as well is what Morgan was telling us earlier, that the wife is now, she wants a divorce.
Yes, she's already filed for divorce, so she requested that if he is placed on house arrest, that he is not placed in that house, because that's under her name. So that house.
Yeah, this would be what you call rock bottom.
Yeah.
Hey there, welcome to the Courtroom Files. So often when we start these videos, we have some kind of words of wisdom or perhaps something to look for. This one's just a little bit different, at least for us. This defendant in front of Judge Fleischer has got multiple things going on in multiple courtrooms across a couple of different counties, and it all revolves around alcohol. And he wants treatment, at least he says he does, but he has so much going on and he's kind of mucked up everything so much that just getting him treatment is difficult because he's created so many walls and such a maze for these multiple courts to navigate. I guess the only thing we would say with this particular video is if you are a person of prayer, perhaps this is somebody you pray for. If you're not of that persuasion, perhaps this is somebody you send out good thoughts and good vibes. As one of the lawyers says, and he's got multiple lawyers going on too, as one of them says, you know, this is rock bottom, and they point out, you know, there's not a dead body, nobody's hurt, so those are good things, but this is just a sad state of affairs for us anyways, that somebody's gotten themselves to this point. So let us know what you think in the comments. Again, if you are of such persuasion, send out some kind of positive vibes for this person, perhaps, and get their lives together, because it really is rock bottom. Put a like on the video if you enjoy it. If you can enjoy it, consider subscribing to the channel, and let's roll the game film.
Mr. Fox, let me express my extreme disappointment. You know, and I think what makes me so very upset is that when people truly need help, the fact that we push it along. And since day one, we've known residential has been needed.
It's time, sir.
You now stand charged with another DWI. You're also charged with evading arrest in a motor vehicle. On that one, you're facing up to 10 years in prison. A minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
The officers observed the defendant engage in a race with another car on a road in Harris County, Texas. The officer attempted to catch up to the vehicles and was unable to catch up to the other driver. However, the officer caught up to the defendant's vehicle and attempted to initiate a traffic stop by activating lights and sirens. The defendant failed to stop and engaged officers in a 13-mile pursuit. When officers made contact, they observed the defendant step out of the driver's side of the vehicle, and the officers observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, red glassy eyes, and unsteadiness. The defendant admitted to drinking a bottle of wine and taking a Zoloft. During search of the vehicle, the officers found an empty bottle of wine and a Sonic cup that contained a liquid smelling of alcohol.
Alcohol in the car?
Yes, Judge. And the defendant refused standard field sobriety test. DIC was read, and the defendant refused breath. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Mr. Fox, did we already have an affidavit on file that he's not supposed to drive?
Let me double check.
I am now putting this affidavit that you're not to drive. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, if you get out, because I don't know if you're getting out, then I will have a contempt hearing and you'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. I am now, if you get out, ordering you to be under home confinement. I think that your bond at $15,000 on the DWI is wholly insufficient, and I'm going to raise that to $50,000. I'm also going to raise the terroristic threat, the probation that you're on now. I'm also going to raise that to $50,000 and 50,000 and 1, 2, 3. How many cases does he have in Fort Bend open? I know he has the one DWI, but what else does he have?
I believe it's just the one DWI judge. But Alex is gonna double check for us. And also, Judge, the complainant in the terroristic threat case did reach out to the felony prosecutor because she saw that the defendant had been arrested. She is currently has filed for divorce from the defendant, and she is requesting that he is not to be in house arrest at her house. It is under her name. So I'm
Okay.
not sure if that's the address we have on file, but if you were opposing house arrest, she was requesting that it's not there.
Okay, so, I need to get Mr. Butler here so we can deal with this case as well, though. Do you mind perhaps reaching out to him, sending an email, or, I'll also call out to the office as well to see. He's always in court. Hopefully he can be here now. And then as soon as the line dies down, I'll also reach out to him as well.
All right. There was also one last Spanish THA just in it.
Okay. So she does not want any contact with him as far as, okay, so, Mr. Fox, you're not to have contact with the complaining witness in the terroristic threat. You're not to go with where they live, work.
She just said that I'm not gonna live there. I mean, we talk every day that I'm
You're
sitting
not,
there.
no, I mean, she doesn't want to have contact with him?
No, that's not what she said.
I'll go with the email, Judge.
And when did she call the DAs?
She emailed on November 21st. So I think that she saw that the new charges had been filed. She was just concerned, she expressed concern to the felony prosecutor that if the defendant is released to his home address, that's where she's currently staying, and they are going through a divorce. I don't think she'd said anything about no contact between the two. She just requests that he's not sent,
Okay,
to them.
so I won't do the no contact then. Okay. Okay, I want to have a hearing on this ASAP. I'm not waiting anymore on the stuff from, I mean, damn it, he can't do anything now. He's got these cases open anyways. Wait, what a waste. All right, Mr. Fox, if you're released, like I said, home confinement, on one ankle, you will get a GPS monitor. On your other ankle, you will get a Scram ankle monitor, so we know that you're not consuming alcohol. Is that it? I guess that's it, right? No weapons. And then he'll have to, prior to release, he's going to get all those, and then you'll have to find somehow another address for him to live, James, because, we need the address prior. And I mean, I don't know if he's going to bond out now, but
Yes, Judge.
see, but
Can I get that rehabilitation that you had offered?
not while cases are open.
All in?
You have the case also that's open in Fort Bend as well.
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen in there. I'll tell you, those cases take even longer to resolve than here.
Yes.
And then how are you going to be able to resolve that over there when you've got this stuff over here? So at some point, you're going to have to transfer over there, resolve stuff. It's just, it's even more of a mess now. So So, all right, I guess I'm gonna have you put back now. I want to wait to see if we can get Mr. Butler here today. And then if not, we'll just roll it to tomorrow until we get him.
Yes, on the 11th of this month. And that was the alcohol confirmed by the lab.
Picked up another DWI.
Yeah, I heard.
Sign on to those.
I'm not on them yet. I don't know that I will be.
One of them a lawyer here.
It's probably a good idea.
Oh, yeah, we have to, but you want him to take over this case as well? James is representing him now. So I've appointed him on the DWI here.
Oh,
No, James.
okay.
If you want, we can have him appointed on the other one as well. It's up to you.
Yeah, we might file a motion and then you could do that.
The hiccup is the Fort Bend, because I don't know how, I went residential.
So we are bond forfeited in Fort Bend currently
They revoked his bond.
because we were waiting in court and then
He didn't even show up to court.
because he was in custody.
When was your court date in Fort
It
Bend?
was, I don't look.
He got arrested.
I'm not gonna sit here and, I just know that he has an open warrant out of Fort Bend.
Yes, Your Honor, that's as of Friday, the 22nd of this month, they revoked his bond and issued cases in Fort Bend.
'Cause
So,
he got arrested on Thursday, right? It must have been Wednesday night, Thursday morning
Yeah.
is when he got
We got
arrested.
arrested, yeah.
Wow, it just happily was the coincidence that he had court that very next day?
Yeah.
Wow, talk about intervention.
Yeah. The Lord works in mysterious
And
ways.
well, and that's why we wanted it from the very get-go, because perhaps that could have prevented all this from happening, and I know that the diligence with the stuff
I'm
over there.
Happy that we are where we are and that he is alive. No one is hurt. And, we're all good.
You're right. And at the end of the day, it's your pride is the only thing that's really,
I'm really saddened to hear about this, obviously, because I saw a desire to not be like this and not have these problems. So hopefully we can get them on the right track.
for what it's worth. I've seen it time and again where the TRAS says something to get done. People go against it and then it ends up just ballooning out of control.
Mhm.
And there is a lot of value in it, and that's why I harp so much on it. And we usually do, as much as they hate and as much as people hate going with the recommendation, there really is value to it,
I didn't doubt that, and I was thinking that there was an alternate avenue to go down that same exact road, but through the Fort Bend case.
I'm just sorry I didn't press it harder. Damn, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, I set his bond at 50,000 now,
Oh.
both of them. And I don't know how we'll work it with Fort Bend. I don't know if there's some kind of global solution that can work. I guess we'll have to wait did he get a lawyer upstairs?
Yes, Judge, he is a public defender.
Let's see who it is. James,
Is it a felony evading?
yeah. Sam. Wait, Sam, Sam? Beard Sam Foreman?
I don't think so.
It's great.
What's his last name?
Foreman.
I don't
Put the
know.
PDs on.
Kind of a
It's great.
slender guy. With the-
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah,
like
he's great.
Abraham Lincoln, not quite as tall.
A young Lincoln, huh?
He's very caring. So
Extremely.
let's get you, him, and her. Hopefully they'll appoint him well, he's got to get over there first before or wait, are you gonna stay on the case over there? Because maybe we can work something
Yeah,
global
I'm
out.
gonna, just finish what I started.
I think that treatment is the way to go.
Yeah, I think that he was actually desirous of that.
But it's gonna be custody treatment. It's not gonna be out free world treatment. So let us know what Fort Bend wants.
Okay.
you know, and then now we've got obviously the bigger fish with the felony case involved. So,
And I'm sure James would agree, I can see some sort of global resolution of everything, which will benefit him and society.
how long you want to set it out? Because I mean, we can't do anything while that KPS is open over there, and I don't think he has the resources to post a bond over there.
No, I really don't know what's going on with him on that, honestly. Is he in custody? Is he
Yeah,
back then?
yeah, and to complicate that as well is what Morgan was telling us earlier, that the wife is now, she wants a divorce.
Yes, she's already filed for divorce, so she requested that if he is placed on house arrest, that he is not placed in that house, because that's under her name. So that house.
Yeah, this would be what you call rock bottom.
Yeah. It could be worse. I mean,
It could be
right. It could
It could
have
be.
gladly, or thankfully, there's no dead body.
Nobody was injured.
But the point I'm making is that is a lost avenue where it could have been used to post bond to get that working over there in Fort Bend. So,
But if we believe what we believe, if we profess to believe what we both, I think, are thinking, this
Absolutely.
is where we had to be. This is what had to happen. And this may be the starting place for the rest of his life.
I don't think it had to happen, but it did. So we'll set it out a couple weeks, and I mean, just let us know what Fort Bend says, and hopefully we can work something together.
Okay, sounds good.
You want him to get on the MAJ?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind signing on?
No problem, Judge.
Let you withdraw from that, and just please keep us in the loop in the Fort Bend,
All right.
and we'll work a global one.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, do please take a moment to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the video. We'd really appreciate that. And if you want to keep the fun going, check out the video on the screen right now.